Hello. Welcome. It's 4:20, so let's get high. Well, I've been reading through my book, my new book, my latest book called Zohar, Beyond the Black Hole. And I'm in the middle of the book, kind of the meat of the book, that really needs to be read more slowly and really pondered. But I'm not doing that because it's hard to do that, without looking in the book. So, I certainly hope people listening are getting something from this. But certainly the book comes out August 17th. And I'm very excited about this. And I hope that certainly people will get my book and read my book and review my book. I just give you a taste of it. So here we are, where we've been reading through the first 13 paragraphs, and we're at paragraph 10. It says, Ad hacha, Yud He Vav He Eloheinu, Yud He Vav He Elov Talos Dargin Lekabel Razada Olah, Bereishis Bor Elohim, Bereishis Raza Kadma Bar Raza Stima, Lispa Shuta, Mitamon, Kula Elohim, Raza Lekayim, Kula Latata. Eta Shemayim, Delo, Rusha, Lan, Docker, Nukva, Chachata. You got that? All right, so we'll take the first part of it. I already read, so I don't read it again. So it says, until now, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai, these three levels to receive supernal secret, Bereshit Bar Elohim, in the beginning God created. Beresh is in the beginning, hints at beginning. Bara created, hints, secret, ejaculating from there, all is Elohim, conveying all secrets down. The name Yud He Vav He is comprised of four letters which, when rearranged, render the three different aspects of time, Hoyu past, Hove present, Yihye future, indicating time prior to creation of time. Through the intercession from the name Elohim, the Yud He Vav He is replicated into the Eitz Chaim, portrayed in the symmetry of our solar system, geography of the earth, and form of the human being, built on three triangles plus the power of speech. Symmetry and order is an explicit expression of logic. Cause and effect brings cognition into chaos, where the genesis to creation is formed. All creation is made to fulfill God's desire to be known in lo. The origin of order comes from the juxtaposition of names, beginning with the name Yud He Vav He, on a level beyond time and space, filtered through the name Elohim, turning the oneness into multiplicity before returning back into Yud He Vav He in the form of the solar system, the geography of the earth table, and the symmetry implicit in every human form. Similarly, light, when going through a pane of glass, then resumes the speed of light on the other side of the glass. This natural phenomenon is emblematic of the creation process, where light of Borei is the same on both sides of creation. The correlations and consistencies seen throughout creation corroborates the intricacies with which the universe is made. From the starlight woven together as a bed upon which Yud-He Vav-He, the male attribute of God, is interwoven with the name Elohim, the feminine attribute of God, mother and father to creation. The love shared between these two names is the source of all love. The experience of love incessantly evokes the name of God from the two lovers, because love brings us to the fountainhead of creation. Bereshis bara Elohim. In the beginning, God created. These first three words in the Torah correspond to Adonai Eloheinu Adonai. Truly, in the beginning, brought forth Yud-He Vav-He, who brought forth Elohim, who then created creation in the form of Yud-He Vav-He. The Torah is meant to be read on 4 levels, with each word having 70 windows into different paths of interpretation without contradiction to any other path. The rabbis who wrote down the oral law 2,000 years ago were called chaverim, friends, because though they argued, they never contradicted. They sharpened their minds against the steel of their friend. The words of Torah on all 4 levels are etched into the heart of each Jewish soul. Eta shamayim deloy afrashalon daka nukvachachada. Eta shamayim, the heavens, not separated, male and female, like one. The word et has no literal meaning, yet et corresponds to the 2 aspects of male and female portrayed in the first and last letters of the 22-letter Hebrew alphabet. By establishing gender within the words of the Torah allows Borei to interface with creation according to established laws of nature emanating from the collusion between Yud-He Vav-He and Elohim. The phrase Eta Shamayim, the heavens, indicates how heaven is made from male and female aspects. The process of creation from the Et is likened to how children are conceived here on our terrestrial planet. The collusion between 2 producing a third. The beginning of creation was androgynous. From the very onset, as male and female created creation together without separation. The anomaly of physical light moving at the speed of light, which is the constant to the universe, displaying a ray with the properties of matter bending around the moon during an eclipse, rendering a weaving together of the names incorporated in the process, a continual continuity of creation. Creation is played out upon the earth as the human being dances the dance of life with love in their heart, because God is being known in love. The word Zohar, male, means remember in Hebrew, while Nashim, female, in Hebrew means forget in Aramaic. The way of man is to remember, seeking justice, while woman tends to forget and just go on having compassion. Creation pulses between these two opposites. Woman is likened to a circle and man to a line. When the two unite, a spiral emerges. Blessings from Borei only come when male and female are interwoven together. There are many expressions of male and female throughout creation. How we choose to honor this intrinsic relationship is reflected in our respect for creation and creator in all expressions. Paragraph 11. Et kadnatel atvon kulhon kakala kulhu atvon enon reisha v'seifa ubazer itafes hey lischava kulhu osvon behei ikre ata vialda viata makai et kulam et raza adenoi v'hake ikre Hashemayim da Ahu da Yehu Raza Ilah. Et includes all letters have a head and an end. After adding hey, combines all letters with hey, producing ata, you. So, the letter hey is the least articulated sound from the 22 letters, requiring merely an expiration of breath to accomplish the pronunciation of the letter hey, ha. To the Creator, all of creation is merely an exaltation of breath, requiring minimal effort. The word et combined with the letter hey makes the word ata. You. Awakening to God results from the recognition of Bore within the workings and confines of creation. The initial cognition of other is contained in the word ata. The word ata contains all the letters making up creation based on the 10 attributes from the Eitz Chaim plus the breath of Borei blown into life, the letter hey. The Eitz Chaim, tree of life, is portrayed in our solar system as the sun and 9 planets. The last planet, Pluto, corresponds to the final attribute known as Malchut, equated with speech. Speech has 5 aspects: throat, palate, tongue, teeth, and lips. And the planet Pluto has 5 moons. The 2 planets between Sun, Earth, Venus, and Mercury have no moons and no life. The Sun, Mercury, and Venus correspond to the 3 parts of the brain: right hemisphere, left hemisphere, and third eye. From Tevel on out, there is life in plenitude, with moons and asteroids all feeding Tevel with needed nutrients from space. These outer 6 planets make up what is known as the 7 Reki'im heavens, where spiritual life teems with greater diversity than what is found beneath the surface of the sea. By seeing the innate structure behind creation, Torah, many translators try to give elevation to the words by using flowery language, when the opposite is true. Ata is the most common way to speak, is what Bore wants from creation. Just be real. Be humble before the Creator of heaven and earth. On this word, ata, you, all is enlivened. Et is called secret, Adonai, Yud He Vav He, supernal secret. From the word et, everything is created, but from the word ata, everything is enlivened. There is no noun or pronoun able to describe Borei, but the word ata shows a recognition of Borei who wants to be known in Lo. The recognition of Borei through the intercession of the word ata is the beginning of that process. In every revelation is found the humility of God being lowered into this world known as ata, you. But this is what Borei wants from creation. Lofty words are lost on God. There are 7 names of Borei written in the Torah, which are not allowed to be erased. They are Yah, El, Elohim, Shaddai, Yud-He, Vav-He, Tzvaot, Adonai. The last of the 7 names, Adonai, is interposed with the 4 letters of the Yud-He, Vav-He, which rules during the day, while Adonai rules at night. The name Yud-He, Vav-He is impossible to round, so the name Adonai is used instead. Not only is Borei beyond creation, but so too is the pronunciation and translation of Yud-He, Vav-He is beyond word. Only through the intercession of the name Adonai and royalty can the intense light from the Creator enter into the world. In all Jewish prayers, Borei is referred to as Melech Olam, King of the world, even though each person is B'nai, child to Borei. We all are also subject to the royal command, the 7 commandments to the people of the world, and the 613 commandments to the Jewish people for which we were chosen, the chosen people. The heavens are composed from the first 3 letters from the Yud-He, Vav-He. The first 3 letters, Yud-He, Vav, are the source to the 3 elements which make up heaven: fire, air, and water. Thus, the name for heaven is Mayim. The name for heaven is Mayim, is Sa Mayim, holding water. The final Hey, the breath of God, is the source to the earth, table. Let's see how we're doing here. All right. Chapter 12. Et Takuna, Doker v'Nukva, Et ve'et Raza Havayun Evin Citrin. Ad Haki Raza L'Citrin de Galif Ubnei V'Kayim Ve'erik Sasim B'Stira Dachad Kra. All right. The Et is the completion of male and female. Et is the secret to the Yud-He, Vav-He, and everything is one. Life is confined between male and female, plus all the infinite mixtures and blends found throughout creation. The Hebrew language is written in these 2 genders, using the 20 letters situated between the first letter Aleph, the male paradigm, and the last letter Taf, the female paradigm. Male and female are equally depicted in the formation of the Yud-He, Vav-He. A stick figure of a human being emerges when the 4 letters are set vertically, as does the human skeleton when lying supine in the grave. The name pervades all, rendering the entirety as one. The concept of one shows on God's ability to be everywhere all the time, to every aspect of creation, undeterred by duality. Male energy goes out while female energy goes in, causing male and female to be as two different species, two threads in the loom of life going in opposite directions. The source of male and female is found in the name Yud He Vav He. The letters Yud and He are also referred to as mother and father. The Vav and the He is considered male and female. The name Yud He Vav He threads through creation, uniting each atom of creation into a whole. The other side of the black hole is the Yud, from the name Yud He Vav He, known by the Kabbalists as Atzilut, close. The black hole constitutes the beginning of creation, depicted by the first He from the name Yud He Vav He, known as Bria, creation, from where the universe is birthed. The letter Vav corresponds to the universe divided into 12 segments depicted in zodiacal images called Yetzira form, known as the 12 diagonals. The final letter He corresponds to our solar system and is called by the term Asiyah, action. In this way, all of creation is one through the apparatus of the four-letter name Yud He Vav He, Yud He Vav He. The earth is Asiya Gashmi, physical action, the only place in creation where free choice exists and commandments can be done. The earth Elohim, designed from high, what should I say? Ha'aretz Elohim kagavani ilah lema'avod pirin ivim shamada kalila v'talot dukdei umataman eparesh shamada lakama sitrin. The earth Elohim designed from high to produce fruits and plants. This name includes 3 dimensions, and from there spreads this name to many directions. The duality of creation divides between the highest point in heaven and the lowest point on earth. The original engraving in the name Elohim onto the lips of the black hole culminates upon the earth with a universe in between. The voice of every person on earth is transmitted through the planets to the 5 moons of Pluto, from where articulation into celestial speech filters through the universe of stars, kissed by angels on the way to the center of our galaxy. From the name Elohim, the name associated with plurality, is hidden the secret of birth, the bearing of fruits. The name Elohim is a combination of kindness and severity merged together through the letter He, associated with the 5 severities corresponding to the 5 moons of Pluto, wherein the 4 letters of Yud He Vav He comprise oneness. The 5 letters of Elohim comprise the continually expanding plurality due to the contraction of birth. The seed of birth is delivered by man, but after the seed rots, the process happens through woman. The seed of birth is delivered by man, but after the seed rots, the process happens through woman. Strength is commensurate with contraction. Engaging muscles require contraction. The opposite of contraction are the waters of kindness. Contraction breaks apart while water brings together. The seed must first decay before the ground can grow. The three divisions of the name Elohim produce the three dimensions of space: height, width, and breadth, filled with nature growing like a pregnant woman until manifesting upon the earth in a physical dimension surrounded by a spiritual universe feeding all the components of life through the web of universal light. This process took 266,450,000 years before the stars clicked on. This number is approximately confirmed by science. Just as the seed from the Father exists within the fruit of the womb, so too does Yud He Vav He pervade creation implicit within the name Elohim. Ad hakaraza destira destirin de galif ubene kayim ba'erek steaming bestira dakat kara. Until now, hinted from hidden of hiding. The engraving of shards existing hidden expands in one. The Torah can be read on 4 levels, with each word having 70 faces, all laced together in one reality whose only aim is to satisfy the desire of Borei to be known and loved. The meticulous details hidden in Zohar was saved for our time when technology allows the secrets of the universe to be probed. Ancient people had no need for technology since they clearly saw the symmetry of creation, Eitz Chaim. And although all people struggled to understand the genesis of existence, no one thought until our time that creation just happened, like a big bang. Ridiculous. Borei wants to be acknowledged throughout the world as being Melech Olam, King of the world, corresponding to the final Hey in the Yud He Vav He related to speech through the attribution of the king verbally enacting decrees. God spoke and the world was. Only Borei and the human beings speak, while the rest of creation can only utter emotional sounds. The gematria of Yud He Vav He is 26. We are 26,000 light years from the center of our galaxy, and we appear to be revolving around the North Star every 26,000 years, and the world pulses every 26 seconds. Seeing the symmetry of creation is to acknowledge Borei within each animated aspect of life. The first commandment of the 613 commandments given to the Jewish people is to know God. Later, we are commanded to love God. Yet neither knowing nor love can be commanded. Instead, they must come of their own volition. Knowing is a function of experience. When the infant touches the fire through the experience of pain, the child now knows fire is hot, burning hot. To know Borei, we must experience life with God, a trusted companion through the darkness of this physical world. Okay. So we got to paragraph 13. That's the last paragraph, so we'll finish this tomorrow. And then maybe talk a little bit about Tisha B'Av coming up Saturday night. Thank you very much for listening and watching. And a question from Carol. Is you singular, plural, or individual? Yes, you is singular. Atem, right? Ten would be plural. But don't ask me too many grammar things. I'm not my hotspot. Anyways, thank you very much. God willing. See you tomorrow. Stay high. Stay well. Be happy.